Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. My name's Joe Remblance and it's Tuesday, which means, of course, it is time for Launch Party. Launch Party is where we bring you new deals, we bring you big launches, loads and loads of great stuff coming up for you in this show, which is fantastic. Now, there's absolutely loads of stuff coming up in the show. We'll have all the normal stuff for you, but I'm also joined by a crafty friend, as I always am. And Craig's here today. Craig, how are you? And what can we expect from the show today?
Good afternoon, Joe, and good morning to those across the United States. We've got a jam-packed couple of hours ready for you. Now, this is my first chance with our 3D embossing folders. I cannot wait. So I tell you what, let's just show you some of the things that we're going to be doing over the next couple of hours. This gives you an idea of some of the things that you can be making. So this is the 3D embossing folder. Look at the Christmas tree with any of your gilding wax that's on them. So that's the sort of thing. What about bringing in any of your sparkle inks? You could be using them as well. Just goes to show your embossing folders can go so much further than just normal embossing. Then we're going to be bringing in the stamps and the stencil. So again, so many different things, so many different styles and occasions that these are going to be perfect for. Another one, we know Joe loves a tag, don't we?
Oh, I love a tag.
He loves a tag. So again, you know, not just with your cards, you can be bringing in and making tags and that for your gifts. Then we're bringing in the corner texture actual dies. We're going to be showing you them as well. So once again, you know, you've got that texture there. You could be popping in the middle of your card. You can do it in the center. I've got a few different things where we could actually be inking and masking through them. But again, then on this one here, what we're doing is we're going from quite flat and small to going really three-dimensional with the actual card on this one. Bringing in the acetate. So if you like to have your layers, but you don't want to use glue gel or 3D foam pads, then you can be using acetate as well. So these are the three main key products or ranges that we're going to be showing you over the next couple of hours.
Oh, it is going to be a lot of fun. Loads of you tuning in and saying hello already over on Facebook. I'm monitoring the conversation over on the Crafters TV Facebook page this afternoon here. Loads of you tuning in. A lot of people saying hi. Oh, Stacey says she likes my haircut. Thank you very much. I can see everyone's in. All the regulars are here as well. Roslyn, Robin, Susan, Erin, Jan, all saying hello as well. Right, as we start every single launch party, we're going to do it exactly the same way. We have an out of this world deal, which is how we start, and it really is out of this world, which is fantastic. So we've got an amazing set for you of bright card and paper. So of course what you've got is that beautiful pearlescent cardstock. So you've got 30 sheets of this. You've got it in the red, you've got it in the orange, and you've got it in that lovely sort of lemon sorbet. And then what we have for you is some papers. Now that we're thinking about papers, which are great, some pearlescent, some uncoated, some almost like a sort of really lovely tissue paper quality to them. Papers are great when you don't want to add weight, but you do want to add your mats and layers. Wonderful if you are posting your cards as well. You're getting absolutely all of that for $5.99 or $9.99. It is on a buy more, save more as well. So any two of those will cost you £10 or $16. You get four for £20 or $32, which is fantastic. We'll come back to that as we go through the show. We also always bring you a Explorers kit, and we have got a fantastic one this week. It's one of our craft kits, or you guys might know it over in the US as a subscription boxes. This was number 7, so I know a lot of you maybe came later to the subscription boxes. You don't have the full collection. You know you guys love to collect all of these. So yeah, number 7 is what this one is. It's our circle die cutting. It's not one that I've seen before. So do you know what? Craig, how do you feel like? Do you feel like, you know, when you see these Instagram influencers and they do these unboxing videos, do you fancy doing one of those for us?
Why not? Let's go for it, because as many of you know, certainly in the United States, when it comes to obviously the ideas and inspiration, Sarah's kind of handed that over to me, and it's now myself on a monthly basis that does all the videos and the tuitions. Just to let you know, you might have something coming up very shortly. If you're waiting on a box coming, just say no more. But let's go straight back to this one here. So this is everything that you're going to get. You know it comes within the box. So let's open it, dive right in. So with everything in here, you're getting stuff to start with. So all you would just need is some adhesives. So let's just actually, do you know what? Let's just dive straight in and let's just go right over the top. So you have got your selection of dies. So these are our nesting dies. So you've got circles. You've got some actual scalloped circles. You've got some actual stitch circles. And you've got plain one as well. So you're getting all your different layers. papers. Then what we're going to do, I'm going to move the stamps just to the side for the time being, and we're going to bring in these ones. So you've got your die cut toppers as well. So within these ones, you've got a lovely selection of different sentiments. So you could be actually using them on the front of your cards. So it's all designed so that your sentiment can actually pop into the middle of your die cut die. Now you're going to wonder what you're actually going to die cut. We're going to show you that in a minute as well. Great selection of colours throughout this full paper pad. And then you've got your actual card blanks, you're getting the envelopes as well. So you're getting them with them. So you're getting 5x7, 6x6, and you're getting even a C6 size as well. Then you're getting all these pattern papers, so they're 8x8. So as you can see within these ones here, when it comes to these ones, you've got your printed one. So with all together, you can see all of these, you're getting 18 in total when it comes to your pattern papers. So as you can see as well, if I bring back this, you'll be able to see, look how the colour tones just all work beautifully together. Then what I'm even going to do, let's bring in even the satin ribbon. You're getting a selection of different satin ribbons within these ones as well. So again, you can see the colour complements throughout. Then let's bring in all your petals as well. Once again, you can see that same colourway going all the way throughout. But then if you want to do your matting and layering, like I do as well, we're even giving you some of the 8x8 colour papers as well. And I say papers, you know, they're a good quality card. So what can do is then show you all these ones. Now look at the bright summery, even spring-like colours within these ones. You've got your real bright yellows, you've got your sky blues and that as well, your baby pinks within these ones. So within these ones, you're getting 18 as well. So if we just quickly go back to obviously your dies, so you've got your selection of your different dies within these ones here, so you can see all together, metal dies, you're getting 8 altogether. But then once all of your consumer elements have been used up, you'll still have all these stamps, you'll even have your dies that you can use time and time again, as long as you look after them, they'll last you your lifetime. So you've got all that to start with, and then you've got these that'll keep you going for such a long time. All of that for that incredible price. I can't believe that.
Oh yeah, absolutely brilliant, and a great care package these as well. If you wanted to, you know, maybe send something to someone that they could get crafting with, this would be brilliant. As remember, as always, with everything here at Crafters Companion, we can send you the product and the invoice to some. No, we can send them. We can't do that. What we can do is we can send you the invoice and we send the product to someone else. A lot of love for my hair. I'm getting a lot of compliments today in the comments, Craig, about my hair.
You've got your hair done.
Helena says, lovely hair, Joe. Christine says, love your hair. Susan loves the hair. Who else is saying? Mary saying, love your hair. Someone said, you're looking very dapper today, Joe. The hair looks smart. You always look good in that shirt you're wearing today. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Yes, I really am feeling the love today in the comments, which is wonderful. I'd love to know what you are excited about. Michelle says, box number 7 was so fun to play with. Snooze You Lose, Sonia's in as well. Hello, Snooze You Lose, y'all, Sonia. Right, I need to give you a heads up. Let me pop that down over there. Of the adhesive collection. This is such a fantastic adhesive collection, this one. It really is your 3 hero products when it comes to the wet glues that we bring to you here. So what you're going to get is you're going to get the 3D glue gel, which is this one just here. You're going to get it with the tools, which is amazing. And you're also then going to get the all-purpose, and you're going to get the tacky as well. So that really is the 3 that you need. Great saving on that one of 20%. Great to get them all together. £10.50 or $18. I can hear people are multi-ordering already on that one. So very, very busy there. Do not miss out on that. It's been a couple of weeks actually since I think we bought you an adhesive collection such as that one. Right, loads of other stuff coming up on the show. Let's go through there's so many things. You know what's happening? I've got like, I wish you could see, like, off the side of shot there and over there. There is stuff absolutely everywhere. We've got loads of stuff for you on the show today. We're going to start with the background stencils because these are fantastic. They are truly, truly versatile. And the great thing is about these, you're not just getting stencils in here, you're also getting stamps as well, which is brilliant. Now, they are available on a 2 for £12 or $15, but the best value comes when you get the whole collection. So in here, what you've got is you've got Back to Nature, which is this one here. You've got It's Time, was very popular individually, that one, when we launched it. You've also got Music and Lyrics. There is Write Your Own Story. This one here is Happiness Blooms, Make a Wish. You also have Life is a Journey. And you've got Life Happens as well. I want to just quickly show you some of the great samples that have been made up by our design team because they really are gorgeous and lots that you can do. You can create lots of detail with these, which is fantastic. That's the It's Time one there. That was so busy when we launched it individually. Really great, because these are going to take you all the way through the years. You've got a really big mix of themes in here. And because they're stencils, it means you can ink through them, you can paste through them, you can spritz through them. You can do all of those different techniques that you want. You can make incredible backgrounds, but the stamps mean that you can also make a full project as well. $13.92 is your saving in the UK today, takes it down to £42. $16.90 you're saving in the US, taking it down to $55, which is fantastic. I know we're going to be very busy on there. Right, what do you want to see next? Ooh, the creator card, the textured corner dies. These were so busy when myself and Leanne, I want to say, launched these. It was more of a question than an answer, wasn't it? What you've got here, this is how it's going to come packaged to you, which is fantastic. There's 4 of them, and the great thing is they just add texture into a corner, as you would imagine. But the great thing is about these is that there's so many different ways you're going to be able to use them, which is fantastic. So you can see here, this is what it does. Now, you've got the option, you can either cut in or you can cut out. And that really is important because that gives you the most amount of craftability. So that one there is your dry stone wall. This one I think is my favourite. So this one is the abstract floral. Got a little bit of a mandala kind of theme to it as well, which I think is great. Very craftable. This one here was also one of the most popular when we launched it, is the rose. Now, the great thing about the climbing rose is it's beautiful when it's paper piece. So that's another great way of using it. And there's one more in the collection as well, which I don't have to hand, which is the aged argyle, which is this one. Now, if you're in the US, the only way to get the aged argyle is in the bundle that's on your screen at the moment. £27 or $35 gets you all of them. 4 creator card dies for that price is shut the front door. Amazing. Right, I want to give you a heads up on the ink pads that are coming your way in the show as well. We had these on the show yesterday and they were so incredibly busy that we brought them back, but we are worried we don't have enough stock to last the entirety of the show. And over half the stock had gone there, so very busy. £50 or $60. There is a bigger collection. A bigger collection represents the best value. And the great thing is about this is that we've got all of these back in stock, which is fantastic. So all of the colours are here right now. However, over half of the stock of the bigger collection has also sold out and gone. £100 is what everyone pays, or $140. Platinum members in the UK will spend £80 on them, or $112. That means everyone is saving $44.71 or $61.55, which is great. But platinum members, you save $64.71 in the UK, and you save $89.55 in the US, which is fantastic value for money. It's why half of the stock has gone. I'm not sure that we have enough to last the entirety of this 2-hour launch party. So if you want them, you will absolutely have to be quick for them. £100 or $140. Right, one more thing to show you, and then we'll get into some crafting. You'll be pleased to know is the embossing folders. Very busy on pre-sales for these. Just on pre-sale alone, 20% of the stock has already sold out and gone. The best way to get them is in the big bundle because it gives you absolutely all of them. So you've got the Merry Christmas there. You've also got Deck the Halls, which is gorgeous. You've then got this wonderful city scene with Santa or Father Christmas, whatever you guys call him where you are. The poinsettia, love this. It almost looks like it's been kind of embossed as well, which of course you can get that lovely feel. It looks like it's been layered up, or decoupage, that was what I was meant to say. Here you've got a lovely resist technique as well. You've got those ornamental baubles, which is brilliant. The snowflake is always so busy individually. You've got the wreath in here as well, and you've got the Christmas tree as well. And I think, do you know what, £45 or $65 to get all of that is brilliant value. You're getting 8 brand new embossing folders, and we're also going to give you the Cherry Centura Pearl cardstock included as well, which is fantastic. £45 or $65. Right, I know Craig is like a coiled spring on the other side of the studio, ready to take you through this. So I'm going to hand you over to Craig. I'm going to go back through the comments as well. I think it's International Chocolate Day, but I feel like that ship sailed yesterday, don't you, Craig? People are like, oh, please, no more chocolate talk.
I think so, yeah. Between Friday and yesterday, I think, yeah, that ship has well and truly sailed. We all know by now, mine's is, of course, white chocolate. So, as you see, I'm like Tigger today. I'm ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with, obviously, our embossing folders, our 3D embossing folders. So what we're going to do first, we're going to make this one just here. So let me bring this in. for you to see. So this is using our Snowflake, our snowfall, so it's Snowflake Flurry. And what we're also going to do is use a bit of the silver gilding wax. However, I'm going to use something. This is showing you something that's coming up tomorrow. So tomorrow on Creative Cravings is all about hunky-dory. That's all I'm going to say, apart from you're going to find these within the show. So what I'm going to do is use this one. And this lets you see if you've got any shimmers or mists or sprays, anything like that you could be using as well. Now what I'm away to do, you absolutely can do it on your glass cutting mat. The only reason I'm putting our heat-proof wipeable mat is so that I can just quickly move it out the way. So let's take our plates. So it is our 3D embossing folder. So it is our base cutting plate, it is our plastic shim, and then our magnetic shim. But to give that wee bit extra detail and texture to it, I'm even going to add in my metal shim as well, and that will really make the 3D embossing.
Is there a difference, Craig, between this plate combination for a 3D embossing folder and a regular embossing folder, or are they the same?
No, it's different. So your regular embossing folder is going to be your two cutting mats. So your two cutting mats, that's going to be with your regular embossing folder with a piece of card in it. You can as well put your metal shim in just to give that a wee bit extra pressure in the middle to make that detail really stand out. When it comes to your 3D, it is your base cutting plate, it is your plastic shim, your magnetic shim, and then, like I say, I always add in my metal shim as well. So what we're just going to do, let's just move that one out the way. And then what we're going to do is, I've just taken some of our watercolour card because I'm doing a bit of spritzing on it, although we're not putting a lot of water on it, so you could use your smooth cardstock if you so wish. So one side is a raised effect and one side is a deboss. So I'm going to pop it on the raised effect. So then that way I know that once it goes through, that detail is going to push up. So all that I'm just going to do is close that. I've of course cut this to size. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm actually just getting one step ahead of myself. Don't even want to do that just yet. We're going in a minute. So let's take our cardstock and then let's just take our shimmer spray. So what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to give this, I say spray, it's a mist, shimmer mist. This one is Azure Sky, so all the details will be coming up tomorrow. So all that I'm just going to do is just give this a spritz. And that's all that I'm going to do with that one there. So then what you could do is leave that to dry, and you're going to get dry, you're going to get a nice shimmer coming through as well. However, the other way I want to do it is let's pop that to the side and we'll let that dry. So we've got a bit of excess here on our mat. Let's just add just a wee bit more. And then all that I'm just going to do is I've just got my spritz tool, which has just got water in it. This is our Spectrum Noir. And then I'm just going to spritz that on just like that. Then what I'm going to do is let's take another bit of our watercolour card because I only took the one bit out. So let's take this one, and then what we're just going to do is we're just going to dab our cardstock in. So I'm just going to dab like this, and we're just going to pick up all that detail. So you can dilute that even more if you so wish, but then there's a real intense background that you're starting to get within that one just there. So if I even take, just do one more, just so that you can see, obviously, the difference it looks when you're actually having...
That glimmer mist then, is that a water-based ink, that one,
is,
Craig?
yeah,
so we could
it's
do this
water-based.
Could we do this with a bit of sort of our sparklings if we want to do? Is this
of course
a
you can, yeah.
Use with that?
You'll have seen many of us doing this technique with our sparklings, and that's exactly the same. You can be doing that as well. This will give you a shimmer coming through. So then all that I've done that one just there, and then we've still got plenty on, but let's just add some more water because then it starts to dilute it more. It becomes a bit lighter the more that you do it. And what you're going to find is you can get so many different looking backgrounds time and time again, and you can keep going and keep going and keep going until you've used up all that ink that is on your mat. So if we can see that this one already is starting to dry off just nicely, and what you will find when you're really close up, you start to get that shimmer just coming through, subtly coming through even when it's dried. So I'm going to pop them to the side, and this is what I mean by just quickly moving that out the way, and at least that's me clean and tidy. So then what I've done, I've already done one and left it to dry. So you could leave it to dry room temperature or just put a heat tool over the top for it to dry. So that's us ready to go. So then now what we're going to do is let's bring in our embossing folder. So what we're going to do is just place that in. So again, I've got that raised detail on this side, so I know it's going to push up into the card. So let's just place that one through. and I'm just going to close that. So you don't have to be neat and precise, but you know what I'm like. I do like to be a bit neat and precise. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to place our plastic shim, our magnetic shim, and then we're going to pop our cutting plate or our metal.
A quarter, Craig, now of that stock inside out and gone
I'm not
of
surprised.
these. I think the collection will probably go in this show. It is very, very busy on them. Remember, £45 or $65 to get all of them. And there's 8 in here, Craig, plus the cardstock as well. So if you wanted something that's going to really revolutionise your Christmas crafting this year, think about how many new styles of cards you're going to be able to make just from this collection. It'll be loads, isn't it?
It is, it really is. So you're going to have nice cards. So if you want to do small cards, because of course you can trim them down if you want. If you want to do big, large 8x8 cards, then absolutely you can. But then you're getting those too with the Christmas sentiments as well. And I believe we are going to have time either next or later on, and we'll do a demo with one of the sentiments as well, changing the way it looks slightly. But then there we go, I've just ran that through my embossing folder. So let's go a bit close up and let's see if we can see that detail. It's going to stand, there we go, look at that. All of that detail. If I actually turn it around, you're going to see the deboss. You're going to see the deboss.
Madame Deboss.
You're going to see
Sounds
the deboss.
like Bubbles De Vere's friends.
Deboss is in the building. You're going to see the debossed side, which, you know, that still looks equally nice as well. However, let's just make all that detail just stand out even more. Let's bring in some of our silver gilding wax. And then all that I'm just going to do is I'm even just going to bring my mat in again, just so, for being nice, clean and speedy. Let's just pop some just onto my finger. I'm just going to dab this off. You can see just there. Keeping in mind you can do this on your glass cutting mat. I'm just doing that just to be a bit of ease. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rub over the raised 3D embossing elements that we can see. So you can go really light and then you can get heavy and heavy. And then what you can even do is you can just pick out areas. So even just in the middle, and all I'm just doing is I'm just adding extra gilding wax just within the middle. So if I bring that close up, then there, so you can see, so even with that shimmer with the blue, then you're even getting that nice gilded silver as well, just popping through with your Snowflake.
Gorgeous.
So let's just carry on, and all I'm just going to do is I'm just going to do exactly the same. Now, yeah, I'm doing it with gilding wax, but if you have any of our Spectrum Noir water reactive ink pads, if you wanted to do a bit of blending over the top, you can use them, or you could use, you could absolutely go over the top with your opaque pigment pads if you wanted, and then add some embossing powder. That would look incredible as well. So you don't just have to do straight onto card in colour, bring in different mediums that you've got at home.
We know we always talk about, Craig, don't we, having new crafters joining us all the time. Jane, coming in the comments over on Facebook, says, I'm a complete novice, had a bit of a spending spree over the weekend. I hope I've got the right basics to get me started. Any tips would be handy. Great. Any tips for a paper crafter starting out, Craig?
Any tips to start out? So, invest in a good guillotine paper
That's
trimmer.
what Shadiah said immediately in the comments as well.
Absolutely. So your guillotine, scissors, pokey tool, try to think, obviously adhesives. Now this is when you need to choose whether you want to have use double-sided tape, whether you find it easier using your collal. So what I would actually suggest, absolute coincidence that it is on the show, is the adhesive bundle with the tacky glue and your collal glue, because your tacky glue, that's going to allow you to do your mats and layers that we're away to do in a moment. Your collal glue gel, obviously that's going to give you height and dimension. I like my 3D foam pads. Your collal glue gel, that'll do exactly the same. If anything, it'll give you more height, because you can determine how high or low you want it. You just need to leave it to dry. You're getting the tools and that within it. So really invest in obviously the key starting products. So your pokey tool, your guillotine, obviously a selection of adhesives and that. And then once you've got your cardstock and products, you're ready to go and just build upon that as time goes on.
Fantastic, great advice there, Craig. That is looking beautiful, what you've done there with the gilding wax. I guess you could have done that with any of your colours. Could you also do that with something like your Midas ink pads that we bring you as well, if you wanted to, Craig?
You can absolutely do anything you like and use them if you so wish. Just have a wee play as well. Now, I've not got it planned in today's show. However, there has been many techniques and demos done. You'll find them on our YouTube and that, where you can actually put your ink pad straight onto your embossing folder and then sandwich it, and that's going to give you sort of a letterpress technique, so that ink is then going to transfer through. Now, some colours it may stain your embossing folder, but don't worry about that. Your embossing folder is still going to work perfectly. Time and time again, you're just going to get a nice colour. So maybe something like your fuchsia, that'll sometimes stain it, but like I say, it will do it no harm at all. So let's move that one out the way before I put my elbow in it. Then there we go. So all that I've just done is I've just gone around the edges as well. So we've picked out all of the snowflakes, and then we've also just gone around the edges with the same gilding wax as well. But absolutely, like you said, Joe, if you want to use your Midas ink pads, then you can do.
Wonderful. You know what they'd be great for, Craig?
Don't say a tag. Don't say a tag.
Fussy cut one of those snowflakes. Perfect tag. Maybe even do two, put them back to back, stick them together after you fussy cut them, or with a little nesting circle die. Maybe one of the nesting dies from your Explorer kit you could use.
That's exactly what I was away to say as well. So either you can obviously die cut them individually. However, if you're a wee bit more experienced and you want to do like decoupage, so if you want to do like innerpage and outerpage, you can use your nesting dies and just die cut these several times, and that's going to actually lift the layer up. So you're going to get sort of a decoupage effect. So have a wee play of different things. It doesn't have to be flat as it is. You can go even more dimensional by using your nesting dies.
Fantastic, loads of great ideas. There are loads of people still commenting along. Paula says, just tuning in a little late. Oh my gosh, Joe has ears. Yes, they'd be great for ornaments, not my ears, I'm thinking, Rosalind.
Although we've kind of established that sometimes he doesn't actually use them.
The ears, that is a really good. I'm deaf as a post. You might be able to see them. It doesn't mean they're working. It's National Truth Day today, so
okay.
There you go. Well, if I'd have known, I'd have written a list of it. I'm joking, of course. And it's also National Cow Appreciation Day. Those two could easily go together, I think.
They could very well do, yeah. Certainly a lot of Highland cows where I'm from anyway.
I love a Highland cow.
Yeah.
I want a crochet one. They're the ones with the bits. Is it? They're the ones with the hair in their eyes, aren't they?
The hair in their eyes, yeah.
Those ones.
They are indeed. So all that I've just done there is I've just matted and layered that onto a bit of our luxury cardstock. So this one was our blue, just using the double-sided tape. So as to, forgive me, Joe, I forgot the lady's name who's a new beginner. So I used our double-sided tape, but of course you could use your tacky glue instead of using the double-sided. So that's a good way to start. Then what I'm just going to do, I've already pre-die cut these out. And I've got a couple of gems. Now this is where you can do any different wording that you so wish. So what I'm just going to do is I've just die cut the words sparkle. Now this is an older alphabet range that we have, but there's so many out there that you might have from your crafty stash. So let's just take these. I've die cut the word sparkle, and what I've already done is I've actually put the black card onto a sheet of our double-sided adhesive, and then die cut the words out. So this is why it's actually given me the adhesion straight off the back. So let's just take these last couple. Equally, what you could do is use your tacky glue to stick it out if you want. So let's just pop that one on just there, and then all that we're just going to do is, I did bring 3 gems with me, but one has disappeared. So I've got 2.
Stick a jelly tot on there.
So, well, could do. I don't have any jelly tots with me today.
Oh, Craig,
so
what you like?
I don't think a marshmallow would fit on it, so
let's give it a go.
There we go. So then let's pop 1 and 2 on, and I would have popped a 3rd one on there, but then there we go. You can create a card just like that. Now, yes, I have used a watercolour card because I used the actual mists. However, you could use your smooth cardstock if you so wish And then there we go.
Wonderful, that looks absolutely beautiful. Christine saying, hey guys, how's Brenda? Still tired of being squirted on, Christine, by, is what you said yesterday. Brenda's really having a rough time. Another £1 for the tag jar, Joe. Cindy says, ooh, Craig, slam on Joe. Mic drop. Which I love.
I found my gem.
You found a gem?
Let's just pop that back.
Let's. Because that will bug you for days.
That will bug me for days. So let's just...
What is that brown mat that Craig is using? Terry Lee is asking, Craig.
So that, if it's in stock, you'll find it on our website.
It is in stock.
Is it in stock?
On the show.
It is a heat-proof, non-stick mat, so it does it kind of the same as your glass mat. However, obviously, it's really light, it's a flimsy sheet, but you can do your blending on it, your inking on it, your heat embossing on it. You can do all these different techniques on your on the brown mat that I was just using. I know Joe's away to show you as well. Anything you do on your glass mat, you can absolutely do on that mat as well. And it's a lot more handier because it can roll up. And then as you see now done, you can just move that out the way and it lets you carry on with your crafting straight off.
Absolutely, it does. If you want to get it, it's in the blending collection. So you can get this here, which is the mat. You get the brayer included. The dauber or the dabber. The dauber's what we call them. Is it a dauber or is it a...
Well, I call it a blending tool.
Okay. I would call it a dauber.
See,
that's the thing that you have at the bingo, isn't it? I love a game of bingo.
Unless you're from Scotland, and that means something else.
What does it mean in Scotland?
Kind of means you're a plonker. Yeah.
I just thought you were going to move me on, Craig.
No. Yeah.
Okay. People in the US that don't know what plonker means, we're going to have to leave it there. I'm afraid. You'll have to.
Silly Billy. That's what it is.
Oh, is that what it means?
Yeah, silly Billy, silly person.
I thought you meant, because plonker means something completely different as far as I'm concerned. We're going to move on. I'll tell you what, let's give you a reminder of how you can watch and shop at the same time. It's 4:30 and the wheels are already coming off. What is going to happen before 6? Here's all the details of how you can watch and shop at the same time. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. All the details there, how you can watch and shop at the same time. We're already getting ourselves in trouble today. Thank goodness. What's a plunker? Asks Christine Mahoney in Upstate New York. We've got there. We found out what it means. A dobber is in Yorkshire is someone who tells on someone who else is being a grass. That is a one. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, dobber. Dobber.
Don't get your knickers twisted. Please explain plunker. Please, Joe. We'll have to go with Craig's explanation, I'm afraid, because I thought it meant something completely different. Let's move on. Right, I want to remind you of what is included, of course, in this wonderful embossing. Oh no, I've done it again. Who am I got to apologise to this time? Karolina Osachowska. I'm really sorry. I was presenting this as a normal card, and look at it. It's a beautiful twisted easel card. Imagine that. There's me holding it up like that. What am I like? So you're going to get the Christmas tree in there. You're also going to get as well this beautiful... That's a normal card, right. The normal Christmas wreath, which is this one just here, which is beautiful. The ornaments, love this done like this with the resist technique. You could also sand this back if you wanted to. This looks beautiful, done with, I'm guessing that's been done with our colour blend pencils. They look beautiful. You've got that wonderful night sky as well with Santa in there. I've seen that done with and touched in with some glitters is lovely. This on matte mirror and then coloured, isn't that wonderful? It looks like pressed or embossed craft metal. Again, a really lovely hit one here, which is this card with the Merry and Bright in there, again with another flower in, looking wonderful. And then finally, my favourite, this one's used a couple of different dyes as well, so it's used some trees. But again, I love that snowflake. I think it is so elegant and opulent and classy. It is just wonderful. Now, going for them all together is definitely the best way of getting them. When you do, you'll also get that cherry Centura pearl included in there as well, which is fantastic. So do not miss out on those. £45 or $65 if you want to get all of that. How much of the stock's gone? 25% of the stock has gone, a quarter of the stock. We talked there as well about the adhesive collection, didn't we, in that last demonstration? So just remind you of that one. This is your adhesive collection right here. You get 3D glue gel, you're also going to get the tacky glue, and you're going to get the all-purpose glue as well. It is along the bottom of your screen. They're $13.47, $24.39. Lots of you multi-ordering on that, and it really is no surprise. Right, Craig, it's so busy on these embossing files. I know we were going to move on, but do you fancy giving us another demonstration? Because they are, well, they're melting the internet at the moment.
Absolutely, we will do. Let's go for it, and let's show you quite a quick way, but a really effective way of actually using the embossing folders. So let's just take the...
oh, Craig, sorry, I've got a butt in before you start. The ink pads, I'm sorry, the ink pads... You were going to use the ink pads?
No.
Oh, okay, they've sold out and gone, so it's a good job. Okay. The 13-piece and the 29-piece, both sold out. I'm going to pack my wares away while you get on with that demo, Craig.
Okay, no problem at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Deck the Halls. So obviously at Christmas time, either we give to family and friends or we make and sell more cards at Christmas than any other time of the year. So what we need to do is we need to make really quick cards, but obviously really stunning, effective cards. So I've just taken the Deck the Halls 3D embossing folder, and then I'm using the cherry red Centura pearl that also comes within the bundle. So all that I'm just doing, I'm just feeling, so that is a raised area there. So I've just cut it down already to 5 by 7. And then once again, just like before, it's our base cutting plate. Then we're just going to pop our die on. And then what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to add my metal shim just to give that an extra wee bit of oomph to it. And then it is our metal magnetic sheet and then our plastic shim. That's then just going to go through. And then what I've done is I've just got this inexpensive, this is just a wee sanding block. So it's just it's a foam sanding block. Now you could use any thin sandpaper or any sanding tools that you've got, because what we're going to do is the Centura pearl, it doesn't have a colour core, but it's got a white core. So then what we're just going to do is we're just going to go over, and actually let's bring in my mat again, because then this means it's going to be a lot quicker, because it's going to be a wee bit dusty. So just to watch, obviously if you are affected by any wee bits of dust or that, then you're sanding and it's bits of paper, so just be careful with that one. But then all that I'm just going to do is just over the top, I'm just going to go just in circular motions. Already, can you see that we're starting to take that top layer of the cherry cardstock, and all that I'm just literally, I'm keeping it flat, so I'm not pushing at one end or on the back, I'm keeping it flat, and just with my hand over the top, I'm just rolling back and forwards, and then in certain areas, I'm just going a wee bit more heavy-handed just to pick out any of that detail. So I'm just going all the way around, and once again, I'm not pressing down, I'm just very lightly sitting over the top.
Without the words on it, Craig.
Well, if you're really careful, just like I'm doing, what you're going to do is you're still going to get an element of that 3D emboss, and you're still going to see that wording coming through. All that it's just doing is it's just taking that top layer of the embossed wording, or you could do this with the Snowflake or any of the other ones. So you can just go lightly in certain areas and just picking out any of that detail. So already I can feel that you've still got a lot of raised detail within that, a lot of texture there. So then let's just take just a wee bit off just into there. And then you can leave it like that, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Or you can come along with any different coloured inks. You can go over the top with that. Again, if you wanted to bring in any of your your actual clear embossing pad with your embossing powders, you could be using that as well. So let's just take a dry paper cloth, and I'm just getting rid of any of that excess just there. So I've already got that cut to the right size that I so wish. Now I'm using the Gemini Junior, but of course if you want to use a larger cardstock, if you want to do it on A4 with a bigger layer all the way around, then you absolutely can. They will go through your Geminis, and they will go through any of your other die cut machines. You just need to check the platform configuration with the manual that you've got. So that's to the point that we've got just there. And then what I've just done is if I bring this one in just here, all that I also done, let's just actually just show you in case you wonder how I done it. All that I just done is just kind of just went over the edge, just lightly over the, as if you're using one of our daubers and you're just blending over the edge. We're just going over just like that. And
oh, do you know what's back in stock?
What's that?
The edge crimper is back in stock.
Now, have I got one?
I think it's going to be on Second Chance Sunday, this coming Sunday, along with the Pokey Tool, which is also back in stock.
Also back in stock. Well, you know, that's something that you will always see myself and all of us on the team using. We cannot live without it. But then, yeah, why not take the crimper if it's going to be back in stock on Sunday? And then all you're just wanting to do is just roughly. Sometimes some people think it's a bit more complicated. You have to be a lot lighter. No, even look at the way I'm holding my card here. You're wanting that kind of distressed look. So I'm not being you know, neat or tidy or gentle. I really am just going all in, just picking up any of that detail. So if we can just flatten that out slightly, and then you can see that effect that we've got. So if we look to obviously the top, it's slightly sanded, but then we've got the bottom that's a lot more distressed edge right along the bottom. Again, you can come along with some colour if you so want. So just have a wee play. So let's move that one out the way.
30% now of the stock of these embossing folders has sold out and gone, Craig. It is very, very busy. There's a lot of people with these in their basket. Shadai is saying, oh dear me, Joe, you were right not to explain a plonker. Yeeks. Carol's also on my wavelength when it comes to plonker as well, so to speak.
Oh, well then, must be true. So what I've just done on this one just here is I've just taken obviously the cardstock, just done exactly what I've done, but then just in the wee dot, so to speak, I've just added some gems already on, so it just adds a bit of accent to the colour. If you've got any of your liquid pearls or that, then of course you could be using them, but I've just used some gold gems. So let's bring in some of our texture card. So this is from our 8x8 texture card. And then all that I've just done is added some tape. Then I've brought in some of our gold. So this is our matte gold. So this is from our luxury cardstock, the gold selection. And then it's placed that one on. And then what I've just done, all ready to go, is I've got my foam pads on the back. Now this is going to be fun because I cut my nails earlier on today. And the finger that I used to pick all the backing off the foam pads, I cut too short.
Oh, your foam pad finger.
My foam pad finger picker. Oh, we're not doing too bad.
Your finger picker foam pad?
This is my foam pad finger picker. This one.
Right.
Yeah.
Also known as the index finger.
Or the index, you know, call it whatever you want, it's supposed
Why
to.
is it, do you know, I looked up why it's called an index finger.
Why?
Because if you were going through an index, you would use this finger. Turns out, that's why it's called an index finger. I know, how would you have slept tonight? I ask myself that all the time.
You know, I do find these sorts of things interesting, so it is
just
not
not
all
all
I
of
don't know
them.
when they would maybe come up, maybe on a Zoom quiz or something, but at least I know now.
Who's got Zoom quiz fatigue now? Anyone? Yeah, I'm a bit over the Zoom.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of sorry, I'm busy. I'm
I had 3 hours on Zoom on a speed awareness course on Saturday, and that pushed me over the edge, Craig. Done. There is no pass or fail, you just have to turn up. So it's my kind of exam.
Oh. Did you do it lying in bed though?
No, they can see you, and you can see everyone else that's in the class or in the Zoom. Are they called Zoom rooms? Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
No, you have to answer, and she engages you. The lady is like. The best thing about it was the highlight was she was from Yorkshire, and she said, "Do you all agree now that you should not go with fleur?" Go with a fleur. So that is the bit that I came away saying. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Go with the flow. I'm going to be thinking about that now.
They do work though, these speed awareness courses. I must say I've been very aware of my speed since I did the course. So if you get the option to do one,
there we go.
Definitely do one.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, let's hope I don't have to do one anyway.
Just don't speed in the first place, you'll be fine.
So please do drive responsibly if you are out driving. So I've just taken, this is just a card blank, this is just an A5, so it's A4 in half, or about letter size, and half of that. So what I've just done my matting and layering, and let's just pop that one on. And then taking our layer that we've already just pre-done, let's take the backs off. And then we're just going to place that on, and then that's going to be it done. We'll just add a wee bow. And this is the great thing. I think this is why so many love the embossing folders, especially our 3D ones, is because you can make really, really quick cards, but they look absolutely incredible with all of that detail. Whether you leave it as it is, just one pass through and then leaving it like that, or whether you add any inks to it like that we done in the first demo, whether you sand it back, you know, you can see that now. Really, other than the mats and layers cut to size, we've done that pretty much live. Of course, I just added the gems beforehand. You could get through quite a lot of these cards ready to give to your loved ones at Christmas time.
Absolutely, and the great thing is if you are batch making, if you're doing a lot of them, the great thing is that you can do them quickly and easily. I'd say a little bit of an inky background, accent out that embossed element, and you've got something really beautiful that you can use very quickly and very easily. Remember what you're getting in here as well. You're getting that wonderful winter scene. You're getting the merry and bright, deck the halls, that beautiful Santa and his sleigh theme there. The poinsettia, which looks so beautiful. Oh, I couldn't believe that wasn't decoupage. And the way it catches the light is amazing. You've got the ornaments there. We have the Christmas wreath. And you've got the Christmas tree. However, you'll need to be quick for them because we are 45 minutes into this show and 40% of the stock has gone. What will happen is with a collection like this, there'll be a couple in here that we're really short on stock of, or there'll be 3 out of the 8 that we're really short on stock of. So what will happen is this will sell out, whether it sells out in this show or just after this show, and we will bring it back. But next time we bring it back, because realistically, I mean, we're probably not going to get another order of these in now before Christmas this year. So will we bring them back next year? I don't know. When we bring them back, we'll bring 5 back next time. And within a show or two, those 5 will sell out. Then we'll bring 3 back and then they will disappear. If you want to get all of them, the great thing is at the moment, they are all in stock. This is really, I would say, probably going to be your last opportunity to get all of them together. And why wouldn't you get all of them when they're on such a great price? Because £45 to get 8 brand new festive embossing folders is amazing value. $65 if you're in the US. Platinum members in the UK get another £9 off of that. You get another $13 off of that if you're a platinum member in the US as well. If you want them, be warned that this could be the last chance if you want to get all of the collection. If you're one of our super fans that likes to have the full lot, the full accoutrement, let's say, then now is your chance. Right, I want to just give you a reminder of some other stuff that is on the show that is proving very, very busy. You've got the all-purpose, the taki, and also the 3D glue gel with the tools here, £10.50 or $18. This is it. This is your holy trinity when it comes to our wet glues that we bring you here. Couple of tape pens and some low-tack tape, and you are... well, all your sticky needs are taken care of. Definitely get those. You can see a lot of you are multi-ordering on that at the moment. There was lots of questions about the mat that Craig was using a little earlier. It was the blending mat, and it's in this blending bundle. In here, you'll also get the brayer, you'll get the rectangular blending tool, and you'll get 10 of the rectangular blending refills as well. £19.50 or $24 if you want to go for those. Now, very busy when we did a show, our Colour Me Happy show on Friday with the brand new configuration of the Spectrum Art illustrators. They are 4-piece collections. This is if you want to get all of them, which is the best value when it comes to you grabbing these. $24.90 everyone saves in the UK, or $37.90 as you're saving in the US. Of course, Club Inspire members are going to save even more than that. If you want to get the lot, they were very busy. What I would say to you is if you think you might be interested in those, go back and watch Friday's show back with myself and Leanne in its entirety and have a look at them. They're really spectacular. The Explorers deal is something we always bring you in our shows here on a Tuesday. Very busy. It is number 7 of your subscription boxes, or our craft kits as we refer to them here in the UK. You've got a great saving on there of a 5th, and this is really like a hobby in a box. If this was you maybe exploring a new type of craft for the first time, something like your Gemini Mini going with this, and it would be fantastic. A lot of people asking, Craig, It was June saying, how do you subscribe to the monthly boxes? Now, Craig will tell me if I'm wrong. I do believe they're exclusive to HSN on a monthly subscription. And is there like 1 or 2 points in the year, Craig, where you can enrol into the next 6 months? Is that how it works?
Absolutely, that's exactly how it works. So to actually be in with a subscription, it's actually done through HSN themselves. They've kind of organised it through us. So it's only open to America to actually subscribe to them. Now here in the UK, you do get them, but it's just maybe a couple of weeks after, maybe not actually even a couple of weeks after HSN have sent them out. However, yeah, exactly what Joe said. It's around about twice a year. It's kind of like every 6 months when Sarah's on HSN, they kind of open up that enrolment to actually subscribe to them, so you automatically get them on a monthly basis. But like I say, that is only for all you guys and girls in the United States. But when you're in America, when you're in here in the UK or Europe, you do get the chance to purchase them just maybe a week or so later down the line.
Yeah, absolutely. What I would say to you as well is we only ever really bring you the surplus of what's left over from HSN. So if HSN take all of their quota, which will be thousands, then we don't have any. So what I'd say is when you do see them on the shows and you want to grab them, definitely get them sooner rather than later, because we could have a couple of thousand of one, but another one we might only have a couple of hundred of. So there's not always an awful lot to go around. I want to just share with you the creator cards as well. These are proving very, very busy. £27 to get 4 brand new creator cards. I don't think I've ever seen value like that, or not on our creator cards, which we are so famous for. £27, $35. What it's going to get you is it's going to get you the corners. Now, these corners are great. So what's happened here, this is the aged argyle. Just by the way, the aged argyle, you cannot get it individually. They're all available individually, apart from this one. In the US, you can only get it in the bundle. That is because, I'll let you know, it is a forthcoming HSN auto ship. Once it's been part of the auto ship program, we will bring it back at a later date. But if you want it now, you have to get it in the main bundle. What you've got here is this has been used twice here. So you've got the die that adds the corner element here, and then also the texture in this corner. You can either cut it in like's happened here, or what you can also do is cut it out. Let me show you what I mean by that on the climbing rose. So this is with the detail cut in, this is with the detail cut out. What the other one had there, of course, was 2 parts of this flipped over reverse and then back the other way, which is a great way of using it. The other thing that these are great for is adding texture. Now, if you want to put paste or glitter paste or any of your sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Mixed media products through there. Whew, and it's only Tuesday. And also then we've got this one here, which is your dry stone wall, which is fantastic. A lot of you talking about using this in conjunction with your peekaboos, which I think would be a lovely way of using it. Robin saying she loves that sanded back look that you did there, Craig, as loads of people do. White core looks pretty. Belinda's been a bit naughty. Her water reactive ink pads will be arriving soon. Sarah says she got her interchangeable Christmas dies today. So excited to use them. As well. Loads of you talking about everything that you are grabbing at the moment. Any questions that you've got as we go through this show, absolutely get them into me and I'll pop them across to Craig as we go through. Loads still to come up as well for the rest of this week, and I'll tell you more about that in the second half of this show. Okay, Craig, what's next?
Well, we're actually going to use the texture dyes in a moment, but can I just quickly be really cheeky and just go back to that Illustrator pens as well?
Oh, you're just so cheeky, Craig. You're so cheeky.
So cheeky, but obviously Leanne and Joe obviously launched them last week within the new range. Now, keeping in mind the original one, so to speak, the actual tip was a fibre tip. Now, with the new ones now, it's a polymer vinyl tip. And what that is that's a Japanese tip. Now, you're going to find, obviously, Swiss is obviously the top range of a watch. Obviously, you've got your German cars, the top range. And then, of course, you've got your Japanese bullet tips. That is how good that these are when it comes to your Illustrator pens. So, obviously, there's so many actual illustrators and artists out there that use them all the time. There's actually a gentleman, Australian guy called Jezza. Now, he actually does some of the most incredible artwork. I was watching him on YouTube just the other week there. And I had to jot his name down because I heard Leanne go on about him as well. So it really is worthwhile just checking that out, just going onto YouTube and just typing his name in, and he absolutely swears by the Illustrator pen. So I just wanted to obviously give you my take on them, because as you've been following me, I've been working on our Classic pens and our Tri-Blind pens, and then I'm just away to be moving on to the next level of playing more with the Illustrator pen and just seeing how far I can go with them. So hopefully you can join me on that journey, because I'm going to plan on on doing lots of posts on Instagram and Facebook so that we can kind of do that journey together. So let's move on to the creator card. So what we're using obviously within these ones is the texture ones. So I was going to do a demo with the ink pads, but seeing as they've all gone, you've bought them all, let's do another technique. And I say technique, this is actually kind of using them to the next level. So yes, you could be using them for any of your cards. You can be doing that, or what you can also do is, what about, I keep saying this a lot and I know, well, I was away to say, I keep going on about weddings, and obviously they're not on at the moment, but obviously that they've started to weddings go on with smaller numbers.
You can have 30 people now at a wedding.
Is it 30 now that you can have?
I mean, I don't know 30 people that I like, let alone 30 people I would want to invite to my wedding.
So then if you want to make your own wedding invite, these are a good one that you could be using. So if
I would have to find someone to marry first before I worry about knowing 15 or 30 people. I just hope that they know 15
I'm sure
they
would know. They would know. So what I'm just going to do with these ones, these are a good one as well to actually emboss with. So we've die cut the actual image within the side. So this one's the abstract floral. So I'm just going to also run that through with the embossing. So let's just pop our plastic shim. We don't need our magnetic sheet. And then we're just going to run that one through as well. So with this demo, what this is actually taking a selection of different embellishments that I already had at home. So you can strip it right back and just use them in some of the samples that Joe showed you, as well as the ones I showed you earlier on, or then just have a look, see what you've got at home and what you can then actually incorporate. So let's just take this one and pop all these wee bits out. So I'm just using my actual release tool. So let's take these ones, and then all that I'm just going to do is pop these out. Now you might notice as well with the design, these be a good one to actually ink through, stencil through, spritz through. If you've got any of those prism sprits, you could be using them. So if I pop them ones out as well. And then likewise, if you've got any of your pastes, they would also work. So let's just pop these bits out. Now, some of these, you can actually see they're perfect little dots. So if you don't have any gems or pearls, you can be using them as little accents. And that's exactly what we're going to do just at the end. So I just want to pop them out just so that you can see how that looks. So let's take that one, move all that out of the way. Then let's bring in just a bit of black card so you can see all of that detail. So you can see all of that detail. So I've just done that in the top corner, in one corner. If you've got a bigger bit of cardstock, you can also do it down in the bottom corner. Have a wee play. I've not used the outside die. I've just left that off. So this then die cuts into your card. Let's move that one out of the way. Then all that I just done is I just backed that onto a bit of our craft card. So just matte and layered it onto our craft card. And I just had some satin ribbon. So I just wrapped that just round by the side. So then that just kind of, it just separates it where we've just popped some die cut words on there on your wedding day. So then let's just take our tape off, and then we can then stick this on, and then we can add a nice selection of embellishments that I have that were already at home.
A lot of people talking about Zoom meetings. We started something. Susan said we've had several people, she always does a lot of Zoom meetings. She says we've had several people picking their noses on Zoom meetings, not realising, forgetting they're on camera. One guy was scratching his intimate areas, had to be told to stop. And one woman was breastfeeding. The things I've seen in Zoom, I just have to shake my head. Well, it is National Truth Day, but national or international? Tina says, I'm the business owner, my husband the co-owner. He said our employees were so embarrassed when he showed up to work and kept apologising to him. My husband was so confused until our other employee explained what happened. But then Tina doesn't go on to say what happened. And I feel like it's like the end of EastEnders and I've been left on a cliffhanger, Craig.
You've been left with a dun 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 dun.
Yeah. We need to know what actually happened, Tina Miller.
Yeah,
Please
we need
let
to
me
know.
Have you got any video meeting conferencing calamities, Craig?
Don't think, not that I can think of offhand. Really didn't do a lot of Zoom meetings or get together when I was off. I've done a few with my friends, but not lots. So no,
loads of people I know are just dressed from the waist up that were working from home.
I've done that
a lot of the time.
Yeah, I've done
people
that.
People sat there in their underwear, but with a really nice shirt on and a tie on, because obviously that's the only bit that you can see.
Yeah.
But yes. Cynthia saying, was it Jazza you were talking about, Craig? Cynthia saying she loves Jazza. Was that the guy on Instagram that you mentioned there about the pens?
Yeah, on YouTube.
That's
He
the one,
may
sorry,
very
YouTube.
well be on Instagram, but yeah,
No,
he's got
she
lots
says,
of his videos on YouTube.
Wonderful. Cynthia's seen his stuff as well, says it's brilliant. Laura says, Joe, explain again what you said about the textured corners and availability on HSN. I said that the aged Argyle is only available in the bundle here on Crafters TV because it is an upcoming auto shipment on HSN. Once it's been an auto shipment and it's been sent out, we will bring it back to you individually here on Crafters TV at a later date. But if you want that one, you can only get it UK only as an individual at the moment. That's looking gorgeous, Craig.
Right, so I've just finished off just now. So I've taken 2 of these wee circle dots. These are the die cut pieces that come out within that frame. So I'm just popping one on and one on there. So it's just using some embellishment. So you can absolutely use it as it is and just die cut them, bit of matting and layering and leave it there. Or what you can do is if you've got any of your embellishments you've got at home, then why not add them on as well? So that would be a nice wedding card, obviously, on your wedding day. What maybe about an invite? You could be using that as well, obviously in a luxurious one, but if you've not got a lot of people coming to your wedding, then you could be making them.
It looks absolutely beautiful. Lynn saying, Craig, if I'm struggling for numbers for the wedding, she'll come along to bump them up. So thanks a lot for that.
That's good.
Lynn. I was thinking though, Craig, for a lot of people, you know, a lot of people who've got like really big extended families and a wedding for them can sometimes, let's say, maybe feel like a bit of a chore. They've got to invite, you know, their great auntie Mildred that they've not seen for like 4 years, they didn't like anyway, and all of those other things. You imagine now's your chance. If you've got a big family, you go, well, we want to get married right now. We can only have 30 guests. Then you don't have to invite all of those people that you don't like.
That's
what
true.
a great idea.
Yeah, the family members that you don't really get on with and like, and you
Right.
know that you've got to invite them. You know.
So Tina's clarified what she meant about the Zoom situation. She was having a meeting, not her husband, and her husband was, let's say, in the background in his natural splendour.
Oh.
So the whole company saw him, in his birthday suit.
Do you know something, Joe? One of our morning shows here in the UK, they done a bit on that one time. It was
John Barrowman, wasn't it?
It was, yeah,
Yes.
and his partner or something, and then they asked for people to send their videos of that in where they'd been on Zoom, and then maybe their husband, their wife, or that had gone past with, you know, like no towel on or anything like
There's
that.
some really hilarious ones where people have listed stuff on like eBay as well, Craig. Have you ever seen those ones? And like the reflection, they don't realise that they've caught themselves in the reflection somehow.
Yeah.
Maybe it's living in the northeast, but I mean, I just don't understand. These people must just wander around the house with no clothes on all day. A lot of these, and that's like the least British thing you could ever do, isn't it? You just be going around putting a towel down everywhere before you sat down. That's if you lived in the UK.
Certainly wouldn't do it in Scotland, that's for sure.
No, it's too windy.
That and leather suite, no, you wouldn't want that. No.
Oh, they're forever cold, aren't they? Leather sweets, they never warm up.
No, never warm up. You know, it's like it's on fire.
Right, anyway, let's move on swiftly. The Aged Argyle is this one just there. I just want to recap what you're getting in this collection, of course. The Aged Argyle there, fantastic. You're also going to get the Climbing Roses, beautiful when paper piece, that one. The one that Craig just used was the Abstract Floral, which is that one there. And you've got the Dry Stone Wall as well. Is that upside down? No. This reminds me of when you go into like the Peak District and the Pennines. You know, have all the little walls alongside of the road around the fields and stuff. Really, really beautiful. Lots you can do with that. Almost looks a bit Roman as well. £27 to get 4 creator cards is amazing value for money, or $35. I mean, our creator cards normally you'd be looking at around $19.99 each per die. You've got 4 in here, and you can still create a full project and have this across the whole project just by moving it around and flipping it around and playing around with it. Loads of different techniques for this one. Very, very busy. You can, of course, still get a Club Inspired discount off of this as well. Now, if you're new to us, like June, who is new to us today, then you may be not familiar with all the details of Club Inspire. Here they are with the lovely Sarah.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there, of course, of Club Inspire, which is fantastic, getting you even better, juicy deals with us here at Crafters TV. I want to just quickly run back through the embossing folder collection because it remains very, very busy on those. Now, what you've got here are those snowflakes, which I think are beautiful, and this is done in the same way that Craig did his demonstration, just picking out that detail. We've also got here as well the merry and bright, and I think that is beautiful. It's been done as a beautiful easel card there, as you can see, which is fantastic. You've then got your deck the hall. So the great thing about these is you've got a really good variation on styles with these. We've got another scene as well there, which is fantastic, which is that Santa's scene there. The poinsettia as well. The poinsettia has been done with colour blend, so it shows you really can get so many of your different mediums involved when you're using these. You've then got the baubles, which are these ones just here. They are looking fantastic. You've got the wreath in there. And, oh, I apologise again. I've got to get my twisted easel out. You've got there the Christmas tree as well. I need to let you know, though, half of the stock of the main collection of these has now sold out and gone. There are a lot of these in baskets. You know what happened with the pigment ink pads earlier? I told you they were half gone and then boom, they were sold out. Who knows? It happens a lot. The great thing is when you get them all together, £45, $65, you'll also get the Cherry Centura Pearl included as well, which is fantastic. £45 or $65 if you want to get absolutely all of that, which is brilliant. Right, I'm going to hand back to Craig, because I know he's got another deal on the textured corners, but before I do, must remind you of the adhesive collections that we've got for you. This is brilliant. It really is your hero collection on our Collal wet glues. You've got the tacky glue, which is this one here, great for doing things like your glitter card, your mirror board, a lot of stuff that's got texture. This one's great because it's your all-purpose glue, but it won't cockle. So you know, in sometimes you put it on things like paper and it starts to warp. That won't happen with that one. And then you've got the 3D glue gel with the tools in there as well, which is fantastic for doing off your decoupage when you need to add height to your projects. Wonderful things like your foam flowers as well. Like a silicone glue, but it doesn't have that kind of smell to it as well, which is brilliant. £10.50 or $18 if you want to go for all of those. But I know Craig's got another demonstration lined up on the textured corners, so I'm going to hand back to him for that.
Absolutely do. We're going to use the dry stone wall for this one. So what we're going to do is taking the die. So again, I'm not going to use the outside edge. I'm just going to use the die on its own. Now with this one, all the die cut pieces, keep a hold of them because you can then start to create obviously your an additional texture background by using all the wee bricks that come out, start to layer them up. So what I'm just going to do is I've taken just a piece of cardstock, which this one is 4.5 by 6.5. So then I'm just going to pop that just to the side and I'm just going to try and hold it just there. My low-tack tape seems to have disappeared. So we will just pray that stays in place.
Christine's saying in upstate New York, Craig, she's saying, just remember, let alone going to Joe's wedding, just remember if he comes to yours, he will change the seating plan around. I will.
True.
I will. It
Very
is
true.
true.
I
I kind of will. I might let you know beforehand who I'd like to sit next to, though. You know, polite request. But then if that was a met, then maybe I'll just change it round.
Yeah. Just send you a separate request asking who you want to sit beside.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I always like to do. I have been to a wedding and put a request in for what table I'd like to be on before.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But they were very close friends.
That's different if they're really close then, yeah.
I mean, it can make or break a wedding depending what table you're on.
Well, absolutely.
You're on the fun table or you're on the dull table.
Yeah.
No one wants to be next to their great auntie Mildred. You want to be with all your cousins on the other table or your friends that you went to school with.
Or
we all want to be the raucous one.
You're sitting at the singles table and it's just full of kids because they're single, including you.
Was there anything more annoying being a kid going to a wedding where you thought you were just too old for the kids table? But you were in that middle ground where you didn't know you'd be on an adult table or a kids table. And you'd be on the kids table, but everyone else on the kids table was like 4 years younger than you. You're like 11, and everyone else on there is like 7. And everyone's drunk, and you're just there, and you're really bored. Or was that just weddings that I went to as a kid?
No, I would agree with you. Yeah, that happens. Nothing worse, is it? Nothing worse. So there we go. On this one, what we've just done is we've just cut that into the corner there. Now again, this is one that if you just pop that to the other side like that, then you can create a bigger background for your card. So they do kind of match up in that way. So then let's take that one, let's move that out the way. And then what I'm going to do is let's just take a piece of white smooth cardstock. That was also white smooth card, and then I'm just going to bring in some of my Harmony water reactive ink pads. Originally I did plan to do this with the opaque pigment, but obviously of course you've bought them all, so let's go for our water reactive ones. So all that I'm just going to do is I've just got a blending tool for each. Of course you could use a separate foam for each colour, and I'm just going to pick up just a wee bit of colour, nothing specific. I'm just going to go just in circular motions, and I'm just going to pick up some colour, and I'm just going to lay it on. Now, you don't have to do the whole card, because what I want to do is I want to just have it kind of in that area of the brickwork. So then that's that one, and then that's that one. So again, let's just add some of that colour in. So let's just place that on. And even then, so I've gone for the parakeet, I've gone for the lemon tonic and the pink tulip, and you can see how well that even these blend together. These are all the light, mid-tone, of their colour families. So again, just picking the colour up, and we're just going to go over. Now, if I'd done this with the opaque pigment ink pads, what I could have done afterwards is then gone on top with some clear embossing powder and added that on, melted it, and you're going to get a nice texture underneath all that embossed detail.
Beautiful. I love it when you blend these together like this, Craig. Susan says, Craig, my husband has a bad habit of walking around the house naked. Our first house together was a new build, and none of them in the neighbourhood had blinds on the sliding doors. He was in the kitchen getting water in the middle of the night. Our neighbours behind us had blinds over their sliding door the very next day. That's amazing, isn't it?
That is funny, that one. That's a good one. I know. Could you imagine that? How embarrassing. I don't know who'd be more embarrassed, the husband or
Tammy
the wife,
says, not nude in the home, but on the special occasion when wearing a kilt out in public, traditionally. Very interesting. Have you ever wore a kilt, Craig?
I've never worn a kilt.
Never?
No, I've worn Torton trousers. I've worn, that was a bit, what was that, Irish?
Irish. Tartan trousers was that?
Tartan trousers I've worn, yeah, Never worn a kilt, no.
I love that Deanna says, at my last wedding, like she's had multiple ones. Just made me laugh. Let's just say when I was asked, I can't read that out. Sorry, I had not scanned that. Sorry, back to you, Craig.
No problem. So what I'm just going to do, actually, do you know what? Let's take, what did we call it again?
The what?
The box.
Brenda.
Brenda.
Christine's very concerned about Brenda in upstate New York. She's always asking about Brenda. I can't read it. It's all very, what's the word I'm looking for? Not sordid, no, producer Laura. Oh, Craig, just save me, please. Save me from myself.
So, of course, you can use your glue. Like Joe was showing you with the tacky glue, you could be using that, your dotty tape runner. But let's just add some of our permanent adhesive. So, short, I can never say that now, short, sharp bursts of adhesive. That's not easy to say after you had a few drinks either. So let's then just let some of that adhesive evaporate, just for it to go a bit sticky. And then all that I'm just going to do now is we're just going to place that over the top so you get some of that colour just coming through. So I'm not really doing a lot to this card other than just adding a bit of colour underneath. So if we then press that into place, and I'm not sure, I think I must have missed that corner when it comes to the adhesive. So let's just use our glue.
Is that your tacky in that applicator?
So this is the tacky that's in the small one. The tube that you've got, Joe, you've actually got a small nozzle in it. It's not as fine as just one of these wee ones that you can also find on the website. However, it does have a small nozzle on the end, so you can do what I'm doing. So let's just press that into place. Let's just take some tape as well. And then what I've already done beforehand is I have taken some die cut sentiment. So I've taken the word dream, and I'm just going to pop that on. Once we've placed this on, I've taken a bit of our matte black card. So we've got that ready to go. So just taking the adhesive off, and we're just going to layer that one up.
Carol says she had tartan trousers, but this was back in the day when everyone was mad for the Bay City rollers, Craig. Everyone used to wear tartan trousers, apparently. Maybe it was a thing then. I think tartan trousers can be very flattering, you know. I think they're quite nice.
I think
especially like the wool blend ones. Really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it depends as well on the colour, the design of the tartan.
Do people have like family tartan?
Yeah. I'm not actually sure what mine is because my surname is in actually Laird, and the fact what I mean by that is I took my stepdad's surname.
Right.
15 years ago or something.
Is Laird a particularly traditionally Scottish name?
It's a Scottish name anyway, yeah. So I don't actually know. I've never actually asked him what the tartan is. My original surname was Wright. W-R-I-G-H-T.
Okay,
Craig
that's
Wright.
a lot less Scottish.
That's a very lot less Scottish, yeah. So then there you go. Says something. There's my truth for today. There we go. So then all that we've just done on that one just there is we've done a bit of inking throughout the back. Of course, don't forget you could even use that as a stencil. Matte and layered on black, added a sentiment, and that's all that we've done on that one. So if I bring in this one that we've done earlier, two completely different styles, using the die set. So obviously a nice, quick, simple card with a bit of colour. And then on this one, we've gone all out with extra embellishments that you might have lying about your craft room.
Absolutely beautiful. Zena's messaged me on Facebook and said, nothing on here can be as embarrassing as you dumping meringue over someone's head on live TV, Joe.
I remember
laughed so
that.
hard watching that.
I remember that.
Zena, you've obviously been watching me for a very long time, if you can remember that. I think that was 9 years ago. I need to find it and dig it out, and I need to share it again. It is very, very funny. I do look like a child, though, in there. I look like... Yeah, it was 10 years ago, I guess. Right, I want to go back through these stencils. Not just stencils, though, these. The great thing about them, of course, is they are stamps as well. So it means what you can do is you can create a background image, or you can create some detail in the background, but then you've also got the ability to be able to stamp over it as well, which is fantastic. So different options in here for you. You've got Back to Nature, It's Time, which is this one here. This one is music and lyrics. Traditionally, the music and lyrics is very popular. Write Your Own Story. You've got Happiness Blooms, Make a Wish, Life's a Journey, and also Life Happens. So you can see with Life Happens, you've got all of those cogs in there, and you've got the brick detailing as well, and then the stamps to go over the top of them. So it's very clever how these work, and it means that you can make some very, very beautiful projects with these as well, which is fantastic. So you got that one just there. Oh, you know how I love a tag. You got some tags in here as well. That is that one with the bricks there. You can see it's been done just spritzed through there. You can paste through them. You can put things like your texture paste through them. It works beautifully as well. Think about using splashing sticky ink through these and then embossing with them as well. Great for a whole host of different things. Wonderful for adding detail to things like your scrapbook pages as well. It's Time is the other one that is always very, very popular whenever we bring it to you. Right, loads of you still chatting away, having a lovely time in the comments today. Someone was saying they think nudists in the UK are just people that are showing off that they can afford heating in the winter. Maybe that's the case. Deanna says she has had many, many weddings, and she also says the Bay City Rollers, that is going way back. Susan says, Carol, I love the Bay City Rollers. Saturday night is a go-to at the... Saturday night, I know that song. Deanna says, I'm pretty sure Craig has to be at least 20% leprechaun. I'm not sure where that came from. Maybe it was the Irish chatter there. Zena says, I have seen it, Joe. It's on YouTube. Would you know what, Zena? If you can find it, the link, I mean, email it to the studio because I'd love to see it. I did find it once before, but it took me weeks to find it. And you can do that. If you want to send it to me, you can do that by emailing studio@craftscompanion.co.uk. Don't talk to me about tartans and plaids. I went to a Catholic school. The uniforms were all plaid, apparently. Lots of people saying that they want to see the blooper. I'll try and find my best. If someone can send it to me, I'll put it online. Right, Craig... We've done a little bit of research. I say we, the royal we.
The royal we.
Laura's done a bit of research, and we've found the Laird tartan. Now, just what colour do you think it is?
Purple!
It's purple.
Look at that.
Chances of that, purple and black. I think it's very classy.
I do. I like that as well. I maybe need to get a shirt or that. I wonder if I can find actually material like that.
I bet you can.
Maybe speak to maybe Bernie or someone see if we can get a shirt.
Is Laura just winding us up, or is that genuinely the Laird? Genuinely is the Laird tartan. I thought we were just having a joke, but no, it genuinely is the Laird tartan. Right, don't miss out on those stencils. Craig, what do you fancy showing us next?
Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to use these ones. We're going to use the Life Happens. What I'm going to do first is I have got one already dried. So I've actually used some actual paste through it. So just some white paste through the stencil. That's already dried, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly, I'm just going to show you, I've got some paste at the side of me. It's some green paste, but it gives you the idea and lets you see. So let's bring this in. Once again, you can do what I'm doing on your glass cutting mat. It just means that I can quickly move this to the side. So I have got some actual paste. This is Nouveau paste. And then all that I'm just going to do is let's just get some of that ready, but let's also get our mask. So within the mask, you've got two sides. You've got your brickwork, which would work well with obviously the corner texture dies. And then we've got all these cogs and that to the side. So all that I'm just going to do, but then this one just here, I'm not going to be neat or precise. It doesn't matter if it comes over the edge or so. So I'm just going to, what would be good as well, if you use your temporary adhesive spray, that'll hold the stencil down. But then all that I'm just going to do is I'm just going to drag. Now, of course, you would be more careful over the side. I would pop maybe some of our low-tack tape or masking tape. So then all that you want to do is just using a wee spatula or whatever you've got with a flat edge, and I'm just going to pick that up. So I'm not going to go right into the sides. It was just to give you the actual idea of how you can actually use this. So if I peel that one off just there, so can you see that effect that you can be getting with any of your paste? So you can you can use your paste through them, you can spritz through them, you can ink through them, all these different things you can do through them as well. So that's what I've done with this one, but I used some white and left it to dry. So let's then pop all this to the side, and I will need that stencil, so let's just sit that there and move that out the way. So then what we can do is bringing in this one we've already got, and just so you know, I've done this onto our watercolour card. And then I'm going to bring in our water reactive ink pads. So I'm going to use Parakeet, and I'm also going to use Green Topaz. So we've got these ones ready to go. So let's take the lids off. And then all that I'm really going to do is just blend the two colours over the top, even over the top of your dried brickwork. So let's just get some of that ink already on.
Tammy's saying, Craig, apparently Laird is the owner of a Scottish estate. similar to a English lord.
I believe that. I've heard that before.
Where is your estate? Have you got an estate, a country pile maybe somewhere you're not telling us about?
I don't actually. My stepdad actually had, well, my mum bought it one year for Christmas. Now, this sounds exciting and it's not. A piece of land, it's the land of Laird or something like that. And I don't know, I kid you not, I think it's about the size of, I don't know, the end of a cup or something. This tiny wee spot on a bit of land. Cup.
Okay.
Yeah. So he does have a bit of land somewhere. Not that it's much.
Just not very much. Okay, it's fine. Someone has shared the blooper clip in the comments.
Brilliant.
I haven't. I'll have to go through and get it out later, and I'll post it on my. I'll post it on my work, my Crafts Companion, Facebook is what I was trying to say. And also Zena's just emailed it to the studio as well. So hopefully someone will forward me that email on and I will get it posted later. It's very, very funny. That's looking beautiful, Craig. And I guess this would work really well in darker sort of browns and greys if you wanted it to, with that sort of detailing back.
Absolutely, you really can just use any colour that you want. So we really are going all out with the green topaz and the parakeet. But yeah, changing the colours. If you want to go brights like we've done earlier on, then this is going to be the front of a card. But then if you imagine using any texture paste that you've got as well as the actual stencils, using it on canvases, if you like to do your mixed media you were talking about earlier on. You know, I think certainly here in the UK we're very much orientated to doing card making. In America you guys do a lot of your scrapbooking, which of course you can use these on. But then yeah, I think mixed media, certainly here in the UK, I don't know about Germany and the US of A, but it's really, mixed media is really starting to take off here. I think it has done for maybe about a year or so, maybe a bit longer, but it's really starting to take off now, all these different things that you can be doing and using. So we've got that one there. Sorry, Joe.
Not a problem at all. Robin was just saying her husband wore a kilt with a waistcoat for the daughter's wedding. It looked amazing. Did he wear it as a true Scotsman? That's what we're all thinking, Robin. That's what we want to know. Deanna's tried to play the clip and it doesn't work. I'll find you. Just found you on YouTube as well. Your co-presenter falling down the stairs. I was beardless at the time. Sounds like you're having a lovely time. Make sure if you're watching all these bloopers, you do it after the show.
Absolutely. Don't miss us. You never know. There might be new bloopers happening when you're watching us.
You never know. It's very, very likely. Very busy on this collection, Craig, of these stencils. Remember, you're getting 8 different stencils in here. So you've got Back to Nature. You're also going to get It's Time. So Back to Nature is that one just there. You've got It's Time. It's Time is very, very busy individually. You've also got Music and Lyrics, Write Your Own Story, Happiness Blooms, Make a Wish, Life is a Journey, and finally, Life Happens as well. Get all of them for £42 or $55. Not just the stencils, but the stamps as well. Not often, Craig, am I right in thinking that it's not all that common to find a stencil and stamp set together? Usually you get stamps and then separate stencils, but nice to have the option with them both together.
It really is, yeah. It's not something that we do often, or we've actually done for quite a while, if I remember correctly. So it is nice. So good thing with things like that as well is, of course, you can use stencils on their own and you can use the stamps on their own. However, the way that obviously the team in the product development have brought them together, that they work perfectly. So it's like, some of them are kind of like, if not all of them, a wee mini mixed media kit on their own. So you're doing your stenciling, you're doing your stamping. Really, that's the start of mixed media, because you're mixing two mediums together. So you can just start there. If mixed media takes your fancy, but you're a bit daunted, just start by these stamps and stencils and just start to build. Do inking through them, then maybe buy a paste, do a bit of pasting through them. Step by step, just start to increase your mixed media talent, so to speak. So all that I've just done now is I just left it the way that we were, and we've just taken some of the smoked emerald. So just quickly, all that I'm just going to do is just lightly over the top of the brickwork. I'm just picking out some of that detail. You can pop the stencil back over the top if you so wish. However, if I get any of the smoked emerald onto the side like I've done there, I don't mind. That all adds to it. So let's just pop that on. And then what we're going to do, I did just wipe this clean a moment ago. I'm just going to pick out the detail within this side of the stencil. So I'm just picking out some of the cogs and using the same ink, so it's the smoked emerald, I'm just going over the top. I'm not being neat, I'm not being precise. If I go over the edge, that's good. If I start to actually ink over the edge, I'm absolutely fine by that. I want that kind of rustic look. If you don't want it to be rustic, you want it to be neat and precise, then of course you can just take your time. But all that I'm just doing is just going over the colour, just being a bit heavy-handed in some areas, being light in other areas, and then all that I'm just going to do just there is let's just bring in some of that excess colour that we still have on our blending tool as well as our glass mat. And then that's all that I'm going to do with that bit. So then let's bring in the stamp set. So the stamp set always coordinate with the stencils. However, nothing's stopping you from mixing and matching from the other sets that you've got. So we've got all these cogs and you've got a couple of sentiments as well. So in this one we'll use life is what happens to us while we are making other plans. It's actually very true, that one. So all that I'm going to do is take that one off. Let's move that to the side. I have got my, I've got it here. I'm just using our alcohol proof. I'm not going to be adding any other colour or watercolour to it. So I'm just going to go for my alcohol proof. And I've got just a bit of cardstock here. So let's take my stamping platform and let's take our ink pad. So because I want it to run alongside that kind of rustic look, I'm not going to put my stamping mat underneath because I do want to obviously read the sentiment. However, if it misses a wee bit, I'm not overly worried about it. So I don't really want it to be so precise. So let's just press that into place. And then all that I'm going to do, so actually that's great. So see how you can still read it, but it's lighter and missed in wee parts there. That's what I want to keep in line with that rustic look.
Favourite comment about trousers, Diane Riley, I wore some woolen maternity trousers in 1970. Got that in the end. And then passed them on to her Austrian pen pal.
Oh, okay.
Good to get a double use out of them. Absolutely. Waste not, want not.
Waste not, want not, exactly. Pass them on. So then what I've just done there, just using that same colour, smoked emerald, I've just gone around the edges and just picked out some of the detail using the stencil. Then there's one that I've already popped onto some of our black card. So let's then just assemble this, taking some twine. So all that we're just going to do is wrap this round our base layer. So let's use some tape for this one. And then we're just going to add it onto the black card and then add it to our card blank, which is 5x7.
How fabulous. Looking absolutely beautiful. Lots of you talking about the weather. I can confirm it's still miserable in the north. Well, it's not miserable, is it?
It's not
just
miserable,
not very warm.
No.
It's 16 to 18 degrees and it's July. So I'm just a bit like, it's going to be warmer. I'm going at the weekend though. So I'll be very red when I come back next week, no doubt, having had way too much sun.
I'm going to be at the weekend as well.
Oh, where are you off to?
Peterborough.
Oh, lovely. It's kind of similar there to where I'm going. I do need to... I'm back in Peterborough the weekend after, though, Craig.
Oh, yeah.
So we could have had a... we could have gone to the pub or something with
We could have had a wee shindig, couldn't we?
We could have got a knees up. Cindy Sue loves chatting about a knees up in the comments.
Knees up.
She'll love that that's got a mention. Someone said that looks like a business card. Which would be a great thing that you could do with them. I'm not quite
Business
sure.
cards.
Yeah.
Or maybe
that bit there.
Like this there. Yeah, you could do it. You want to make your own homemade business cards? Of course you could.
Susan's got friends in Peterborough. Thanks for that. Yeah, lots of us got friends in Peterborough. It's where, of course, Create and Craft are based. That is what Craig is off to this weekend.
Indeed. I am going to relieve Debbie for a few days. I know she's been awfully busy down there.
She has indeed.
So I think Debbie Fisher is kickstarting it off on for Friday or Saturday. Friday, I think. Friday or Saturday. And then I'm going to take over for a couple of days as well. So
nice. So when are you there on Creative Craft? Sunday?
I'm there Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. And while I'm there, I do have something to do with the foil press that's brand new.
Brand new, Craig.
If you're not here in the UK, don't fear. because you will be seeing it too. But certainly here in the UK, as well as Crafters TV, it's going to be launching soon, and I can't wait.
Oh, love. Hey, that's salacious there, that little teaser.
So let's just add foam pads just to the back, and then I'm just going to place that over there, and let's just press that on, and then there we go. We've just created our own wee card just there. Very much mixed media. We're bringing in the paste there, so you can keep it really simple or go all out. It's entirely up to you.
Absolutely, but they are very, very busy, these stamps and stencils. You can get 2 of them for £12 or $15, or what pretty much everyone is doing is getting them all together. Remember, you're getting the stencil and the stamp stent as well at the same time. Life Happens is very busy. Life is a Journey. This is probably the one that I would go for. I love travelling. Great for scrapbook pages. You've got Make a Wish here. You also have Happiness Blooms, which is that one just there. Write Your Own Story is this one here. And then Music and Lyrics. You also have It's Time. And finally, Back to Nature is the last one that you have there as well. £42 or $55 if you want to go for any of those. For all of those, I should say, sorry. Something else that was very busy, now we talked about them a little bit earlier on the show, was of course the illustrators. Very, very busy on the whole collection there. These are a new configuration of our illustrators. So they're grouped together in colour families, but only now in 4s. So it means that if you really wanted to get a really comprehensive sort of spread of colour, but you didn't want to go for the whole collection, this is a really cost-effective way of doing it. £75 or $112. You're going to get in here the Verdant. The Verdant has the aquamarine, the teal, the emerald and the meadow. You've also got, the Verdant is the most popular individually, by the way. You've also then got the Stylish, and this one's got ice grey, 3 ice greys in fact, and a cherry red in that one. Your Basics has your poppy, denim, deep pink and canary. This one here is your aquatic, and it has mint blue, blue turquoise, true blue and periwinkle. This one is your fiery. You've got coral, mimosa, vanilla and dark coral in there. Vintage contains wisteria, linen, old rose and dusty purple. This one is really versatile. This is your essentials. And here you've got true black, brown grey in 2 shades, and that's the one with your blender pen in there as well. Really, really great to have the blender pen. This one is your botanical. So you've got dandelion, frost pink, fuchsia and pink violet. This one here is delicate, and this one's got portrait pink, cream, tea rose, and also rose blush. And then finally naturals. And in the naturals, you're going to get the apricot, the caramel, the burnt orange, and the cocoa as well. Very busy for the whole collection there. If you want to get them individually, you can. You can also get them 2 for £17 or $25, which is really great value to get 8 markers there. Now, something that was busy, has been busy all the way through, it is our Explorers kit. In this show, and it is one of our craft kits, or as they're referred to in the US, our subscription boxes. Now this one is the circle die cutting. These are unbelievable value for money. They are incredible, the value you get in here. £20 is probably what you'd be paying just for the dies that are within here, but you've got so much more in each one of these. Really great as a gift if you want to have it sent to someone else and you pick up the bill. Absolutely, we can take care of that for you over on the website craftscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. Craig, do you fancy giving us a really in-depth look at what's in each one of these boxes?
Absolutely I do. That's exactly what I thought I would do. So I thought I would open some of the packages up just so that we can show you in a bit more detail. Just to actually carry on with what you said there as well. So perfect for giving it as a gift or a new beginner. What you would just need, if you got this box, you got Joe's adhesive bundle, that would really be all that you need. Scissors are a guillotine, but then that's it, that's all that you need, and that will get you started, and then you can move on to your die cutting with your dies. So comes in the box as you would expect. So if we bring in the dies just here, so this is where it's all about your nesting dies. So this is working in with the sentiments as well as any of the papers that come within that one. So the metal dies, you're getting 8 in total. So you can see you've got a selection of your scalloped as well as your stitched edge, and they go down in size or up in size. So you can still create your decoupage, your outer page or inner page if you so wish. Then you've got your stamp sets as well. So a mix of florals and foliage as well as flowers. You've got sentiments as well, so which range from happy birthday, happiness always, with thanks. You've got love always. Nice selection. Little small ones that are just little accents that you can see just there. Or then we've got a nice larger one that you can see within this flower just here. It's like a sunflower. So if you like to do your decoupage, then you can do that as well. No problem at all. But then if we bring in the die cut toppers, so we've got a selection here that have already got sentiments on them that you can see just there. But then you've got a few that are already just blank that you can see just there. So you're getting 45 in total. So all these die cut pieces would make 45 in total. So as you can see, the colour rays within there, good selection of different sentiments.
The nesting guides alone, Craig, would be £13. So
Really?
you think about it, subtract that off the cost of the box, you're getting the rest of it for £7. Amazing. And the box itself, I mean, you pay a few pounds for the box itself, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you know, you could do it, and then when it comes to your stamps and your dies, if you look after them, they're going to last you a lifetime. So think of that one as well. You still got your petals that also come with it to finish with the accent, where the colours just run through exactly the same. Then we're bringing in all these different ribbons. So you've got your 3 colour tones that matches as well, all satin ribbon, and it goes obviously from your peach, your baby blue, and your baby pink as well. Different depths within these ones just there, so you're getting 9 in total. Then we've got a selection of your different card blanks. So you're getting your 5x7, you're getting your C6, and then you're also getting your 6x6. So as you can see, you've got your card blanks, but then you're also getting the matching envelopes to go with them as well. So that comes included, goes straight into your card and envelope as soon as you're finished. Then we've got, you actually get, I put them together, you're getting 2 separate bundles where you're getting all these pattern papers that you can see just here. So they're nice and blank on the back, so you don't have to choose which design that you want. So the range with design, so you've got a couple of subtle ones that you can see just there, but then you've got full on floral design. Some of these, what you could even do, if you pop them into a box frame and pop them onto your wall, that's a bit of home decor done for you. You know, you can absolutely do that. Likewise, once fairs and that are up and running, which here in the UK, I know a few have started, you can make and sell as much as you wish. So then, if we show you all of these papers, they're a good heavyweight paper within these ones you can see here. So you're getting these ones. So all of these ones in total are there, as well as your pattern papers. So it's 18 in total as well as the patterned as well. So all these colourways work well together. So that is obviously your cardstock or your paper, your pattern paper, your card blanks. You've got your petals, you've got your ribbon, you've got your gems, you've got your die cut sentiments, you've got your stamps as well as your dies. You're getting all of that for that incredible price. Incredible.
Yeah, it really is. More crafty goodies than you can shake a pokey tool out in there. £20 or $20. It's going off in the comments. People are sharing videos of me kissing fish in Budapest now all of a sudden. I really don't know what's going on. People have found videos of some food show that I made like years ago that's on Freeview. It's really quite, I'm quite looking forward to going back later and having a look through, seeing what people have found in there. Right, I need to give you a reminder of the Out of This World deal, because it is a fantastic one. That is some of our wonderful A4 bright card and paper bundles. So in here, what you've got is you've got 30 sheets of our pearl cards. You've got the red, you've got the oranges in there. It's that lovely pumpkin colour. This wonderful like lemon tonic or lemon sorbet that's in there. That's your cardstock. Really great weight. Feels like a kind of 250, 300 GSM to me. And then what you've got here are all of your papers as well. Now the thing is about the papers, you've got some pearlescent ones, some plain ones, some matte ones. You've got some sort of tissue, sort of almost mulberry-esque quality to some of these. Really, really beautiful. And they are great when you want to add mats and layers without adding weight. Wonderful if you want to post any of your projects. All of that, $5.99 in the UK or $9.99 if you're in the US. The great thing about these, buy more, save more. 2 of them will set you back £10 or $16. 4 of them will be £20 or $32. $48 would get you 6, £30 if you want to get 6. So the more you buy, the more you save, which is absolutely fantastic. Very, very busy. Loads of you still chatting away in the comments. Shall I give you a recap of loads of stuff that you've seen already in this launch party show? First off here, you've got the Creator Card Textured Corner Die Collection. Now to get 4 of our Creator cards for for £27 or $35 is incredible value for money. Very, very busy across all 4 of those. Loads of different ways you can use them, lots of different techniques that you're going to be able to avail of there as well. Do not miss out on those. The background stencil and focal stamp collection that you've seen Craig demonstrating, busy here. You get 8 in there. Really not all that often we see a stencil and a stamp collection together. So it really is a bit more of an unusual sort of combo, but that means you're going to create something that really stands out, which is great. 8 in there for £42 or $55. So you're saving $13.92 in the UK or $16.90 in the US. There's the Essential Blending Bundle on the show. Craig's used this a lot as we've gone through this launch party. You've got the brayer in there, you have the rectangular blending tool with the refills, and you've got that craft mat in there too. $19.50 or $24 if you want to go for that one. We've got the adhesives on the show for you as well. You can see those here. This is like the holy trinity of adhesives, wet adhesives that we bring you. So you've got your Call-Out All-Purpose, which is brilliant. You also have your tacky glue there, and you've got the 3D glue gel, which is kind of like a silicone glue, but it doesn't have that whiff, which is wonderful. It's got no silicone in it, which is brilliant. And that is really all your glues taken care of. A lot of you multi-ordering on that one at the moment. Right, I want to come back and just remind you again of the embossing folders, because I said over half's gone. 60 is it now gone of these embossing folders. Wow, they are going very, very quickly. A lot of you got these in your basket as well. Let me run you through what you're getting in here. So you're getting that gorgeous snowflake in there first. Look at how that really picks out all that detailing with a little bit of our gilding wax on there. This one's great. Craig, do you know how they've achieved the colours on this one? I always look at it and I just can't quite work out how that's been done. Should I bring it over to you in a minute so you can inspect it?
Yeah, it does look like from where I am, they've just gone over, just like I done with my the gilding wax earlier on with the silver, and just lightly gone over the top. Although you can colour it with your sparkle pens, but we'll have a look at that.
I'll bring it over to you in a second. I'll pop that over there so I don't forget to pop it over. You've also got the Deck the Halls in here. You've also got in here as well that Santa and the reindeers. You've got the poinsettia. Now, I couldn't believe it gives you so much depth and dimension. It almost looks like it's been decoupage, fussy cut and decoupage, which it hasn't. You've got the ornamental baubles here as well, or ornaments as you guys call them. You've got that wonderful Christmas tree there, and of course the wreath. All really iconic Christmas images, which means they are really craftable because you're going to be able to use this across all of your Christmas crafting, which is great. £45 or $65 gets you all of them. Now, I did say this earlier, we only recently launched these here on Crafters TV. I can't imagine that we'll be reordering these this side of Christmas because, let's face it, it would take probably 2 months to get these manufactured and sent to us. By that time, we're going to be like, what, in September, maybe coming towards the end of our Christmas launches. So I imagine what we've got now is what we've got. Over half of this stock has gone. I can't imagine these being back on another show in this configuration. So we may bring them back. We may only bring 5 back next time. And then we might have a couple of shows of that, and then we might only bring 3 back. And then you might see one turn up, randomly on its own on a cartload somewhere. That's kind of how things go. So I know with a lot of you, you love to have the whole collection. And what I'd say is if you want all 8, if you want the full collection, this is probably going to need to be the show where you get your hands on them if you haven't already. Very, very busy. 60% of the stock has gone there. Now, there is a preview coming up at the end of this show for something Craig and I are launching on Friday, which is very, very exciting. But before then, I know Craig's got something else lined up for us.
I do indeed. We're going to go back to the 3D embossing folders, and the card that I've got ready to make takes no time at all. So what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to refer back to something that I'd said earlier on when it comes to inking with them. So let's actually emboss it the way that I am needing it. So I've just taken some of our smooth cardstock, which is 6 1/4. So this will just go through our Gemini Junior. So I'm just going to place that on because it's 3D. We just need our magnetic shim, our plastic shim, and then I do as well like to pop in our metal sheet over the top. We're going to run that one through. So as you would expect, that's going to do all that 3D embossing. One I'm using is Night Before Christmas. So that lovely Santa scene in the sleigh going up. So then let's take this one out and then we can show you how this looks. So we have got all of that detail. So I'm going to, there we go, look at all that, even just straight on a white card. Look at that, you've got all that detail with the houses, the stars, the moon and Santa and the sleigh as well as the reindeer. So pop that to the side and then just quickly, let's bring our plates in again. And then what I'm going to do is if you get that accessory tool, so this one I'm just picking a water reactive ink pad. So I'm just taking parakeet because I had it to hand. And then what you could do is using the brayer, then you can go over the image. So let's go over the raised area. So you can go back and forward. You can, if you want, go straight over with your ink pad, but you can use the brayer and just go straight over the top. Let's get that without it going away. So there we go. We can just go over the top. So we can pick it up that way, or like I say, we can just go over the top and just start to colour it that way. So let's just go over the top. And then what we're going to do is bring in just another bit of smooth cardstock. Let's place that one in. And then we're just going to run that through once again. So base cut and plate. Then we're just going to bring in our magnetic sheet. We're then going to bring in our plastic shim. And then we're just going to bring in our top metal plate. And then what that's going to do is that's going to do the embossing. However, that ink that you've placed on your actual folder, that will then transfer into the image. So depending if you put the ink onto the debossed or embossed side, then you'll get a different look. So you'll get a very rustic look. So if I take it this side, so this is the debossed side, the clean side. So it's like I showed you earlier on. But then if I turn that around, you would obviously spend a lot more time than me.
That
but then
gorgeous,
look at that.
Craig.
It's actually a very rustic looking, isn't it? Very kind of like Norwegian kind of effect with that colour just there. So then you can leave it like that. So that's one way where you can do sort of like that letter technique effect. So then what I've just done is I've taken some of our luxury gold cardstock and used the glitter. I've used our matte black, and I've got a blank card which is 7x7. So let's just take that off. And then what I've actually done already to the side of me, I have run one through my embossing, once again just onto our white smooth, and then onto some of the stars that you can see there. I've just popped some gems on. So I've just spent a wee bit of time and popped some little gems on, and then we're going to place that over the top. Let's bring our layer on and place that over the top, and then all that I'm just going to do is just add a die cut sentiment. So again, this is another quite quick and simple card, but one that you can make time after time and know that it looks really quite elegant by the end of it, but no one needs to know that actually it only took a couple of minutes. So I've just taken the word believe just onto a wee strip, white smooth, black as well as gold glitter, and then that can just go along the bottom just there. And then that's a nice way just to finish that off. You're still getting all that detail, wee bit of texture with the gems, but then that just finishes off your card just there. So if I tip that forward so that you can see
really nice.
Santa and
I feel like
sleigh.
sometimes with that embossing detail, it doesn't show up as easily on screen as it does when you've got it in front of you. I think you will be surprised when you run these through, even just on white, when you get them home, you see the much more dimension.
Exactly.
I've just popped over that sample, Craig, that I was talking about.
So that is some of our, do you know what I think, is that our metallic pens? That looks like our metallic pens.
Okay.
And just coloured just over the top of
It looks
the words.
like it's been,
so
looks like it's
see.
been manufactured, doesn't it? I mean, it looks really beautiful.
See just there. So if I tip that forward, so whether it's metallic pens, whether it is obviously any of your sparkle inks, you know, with your paintbrush, it could be our sparkle pens.
It looks
so
almost gilded, that one.
Yeah, absolutely. You can use any of your colours that you've got at home, but here's a few different ones that we can show you. So a bit of your gilding wax, that's with the tree. There's the Santa scene just there. And then just exactly as I said there, we've just picked out some of the detail with some of our glitter, and then we've done some of the colouring over the top and just added wee accents around with the berries. There's the snowflakes onto our blue satin card. Then, a bit like you were on about earlier on, just colouring in the detail. Another one that's been coloured in. Then another one that's sanded back. And then one that we've just gone all out with all of the bright sparkle inks and just gone over the top with a bright ink pad.
Oh, fantastic. Really, really beautiful there. £45 or $65 gets you all of them, remember? and you get the cherry Centura pearl in there as well. Right now, it's a very exciting point in the show because we're going to be previewing something that launches here on Crafters TV on Friday with myself and Craig in the Craft House, which is going to be fun. Pam from Berkshire is going to be joining us as well. She's already got hands on these and having a little play with them at the moment. It's the Gemini pop-up box Stampin' Dies. It is our Christmas edition, which is fantastic. And these are great, aren't they? Pop-up boxes have been so popular since we launched them, Craig. Great that we've finally got festive ones.
Absolutely, you know they have. They're always been popular, and you can make them, but they do take a bit of time because you've got to measure and score and that. Now, with our ones, you hopefully will have the original pop-up box already when the original ones came out. But then within these are our Christmas ones. So this is now taking it out into the festive scene. So with these ones, you're getting your festive images. So you can see it on this one there. So with that one, let me just check the name of that one. So you've got your Christmas cottage on that one. So you've got all these different designs. You've got snowflakes, you've got the deer or the stag, you've got the tree, the wee hut, you've got the hills. So you're getting the stamps and you're also getting the dies with them so that you can then die cut them out. Then if we move on to Santa and Rudolph, along the same lines, whereas you're getting the stamp as well as the die, but you're getting Santa, you're getting the sleigh, you're getting the deer, you're even getting some of the snow detail as well. So that's with that one. Then we're going on to Poinsettia Delight. And that's exactly as it says there. It's all about your poinsettias. So once again, you're getting the stamps and the dies, but you're getting the poinsettia, you're getting the holly, you're getting all that floral, you're getting the candles as well. So the idea, which we'll be showing you in more detail, in the fact that all you're going to do is stamp them out, die cut them, and colour them with any medium that you wish. Pop them onto acetate. You know, you don't have to use acetate, but you can do, and that's going to create your pop-up box. So with that one there, your nativity, so you've got all your traditional nativity scenes, and then on this one, you've got your gingerbread house, and that is everything. I can hear Laura screaming in my ear because I said gingerbread. She loves her gingerbread. So that is your gingerbread man and woman, a wee kiddie as well. You've got the gingerbread house, you've got trees, you've got hearts, all these different things that you would think of when it comes to gingerbread. So these are the additional components that you will then stamp, die cut and colour if you so wish, and you're going to use them in conjunction with the original pop-up construction. Don't worry if you've not got that, because there may be a chance for you to get a hold of that too.
Absolutely, you'll be seeing that on Friday, which is brilliant. Now there's loads more to come here this week. Don't forget about the craft kit. 30% of the craft kit is sold out and gone. Very busy there on that one. 20% off is your saving. Remember, if you want to order that and get it sent to someone else, absolutely we can do that for you as well. There's loads coming up. Can I give you a bit of a, can we do a bit of an exclusive on something that might be happening on Thursday?
Go for it.
I can't tell you all the details. What I can tell you though, is there's going to be a new addition to the team here at Crafters TV, and all of the details will be revealed on Thursday during Cartload. Is it you and me Thursday this week? No, it's Sarah, isn't it?
Sarah, it's the big Sarah Cartload.
So you'll need to join myself and Sarah for Cartload this Thursday when there's a big reveal of someone that's joining the on-air Crafters TV team as well. So that's going to be exciting. I'm really looking forward to that on Thursday. Tomorrow, there's a Rose Gold Masterclass in the morning. So many of you got your hands on the Rose Gold collections. Make sure you join us for that. Tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, I should say, Creative Cravings, we're back together, Craig. It's Hunky Dory, isn't it? Which is becoming more and more popular with all of our Crafters TV viewers. So loads of people will be tuning in for that, I know. What's on tomorrow's show?
So, yeah, so many here in the UK already know Hunky Dory. Hunky Dory is big. But some of you guys in the United States are maybe new to Hunky Dory. So we have very Christmas themed. We've got a few different things that are not Christmas, but we're going to be showing you die cut toppers, backgrounds. We're going to show you decoupage. Decoupage is already die cut. We've got the spritz on, we've got some gems on, we've got self-adhesive glitter roll. We've got so much.
Self-adhesive glitter roll?
Self-adhesive
Shut the front door and ride the sparkly dog up the road naked.
All from Hunky Dory, and I cannot wait because myself and Hunky Dory have a fantastic history together.
That sounds like you used to be romantically involved.
Yeah, maybe the wrong words to use, but yes.
Anyway, I look forward. Maybe that's a teaser and a half. That story. Well, but I'll be probing Craig about that story tomorrow. Christine Mahoney says about the new member of the NY team. She's like, is it me? I wish it was. Oh, what a lucky person. Yeah. So that's all happening tomorrow. Thursday, of course. In the morning, another masterclass. Then there'll be Cartload. Friday, of course, Colour Me Happy will be happening. Also, that really special craft house. And then Best of Saturday and Second Chance Sunday on Sunday. There's also another announcement on Thursday as well, but I'll be telling you about that. Maybe I'll give you a teaser about that announcement on, maybe I'll give you that announcement on Wednesday. Yeah, I'll come back tomorrow. I'll give you another teaser this time tomorrow. Craig, it's been a pleasure spending a couple hours with you in the craft room.
Absolute pleasure as well, Joe. Thank you.
Can't wait for our show again tomorrow. Yeah, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. I hope you have a great day if you are stateside. Enjoy your evening if you're here in the UK or in Europe. And we'll see you back here tomorrow for another full day of all things crafty. Take care.